So the Memphis Grizzlies defeated the Minnesota Timberwolves 124-96. It was a great team effort from the Grizzlies and especially from Ja Morant, who had a near triple-double today. The Timberwolves got straight outplayed today, so we're going to go over the box score, talking about the game, talking about the Grizzlies, talking about the Timberwolves, and where I see this series moving forward. So what's up? I'm the JDC. If you liked the video, drop a like down below, subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate it, and let's get into the video. So Ja Morant, 23 points, 10 assists, 9 rebounds, 1 steal. He showed out today, man. I mean, he was a factor for the Grizzlies on offense today and was a facilitator while also grabbing some rebounds. 9 of 16 from the field and 2 of 4 from 3. Pretty efficient night from Ja Morant. And this is what I want to see from him moving forward, because he's going to be that guy on the roster, obviously. But for years to come, I mean, if he's going to be playing at a high level like this, I think the Grizzlies are going to be a team to watch out for in the West for years to come. So Ja Morant, great game overall. Jaren Jackson Jr., 16 points, 7 rebounds on 5 of 12 from the field, and 4 of 7 from 3. He played pretty well today, 4 of 7 from the 3. Very great shooting night from Jaren Jackson Jr. Added in a steal and a block. Was lighting it up from basically anywhere from the field today. And if they can have this Jaren Jackson Jr. each and every game, I think they're going to be set. And whoever they verse in the second round, which they're probably going to be coming out of this series victorious. I did have the Timberwolves winning the series, but I think it's going to be either way. I mean, the Grizzlies have been looking good. The Timberwolves have been looking pretty good. Not this game especially, but they do have the ability to at least make this series pretty interesting. So Dillon Brooks, 9 points, 4 assists, 1 rebound, 26 minutes. 3 of 11 from the field, 0 of 5 from 3. He's going to have one of these nights, and it's pretty understandable. But hopefully he comes back stronger next game. I mean, this game shouldn't really affect him, and he definitely should be a valuable piece for this Memphis team on defense in the playoffs. So Steven Adams, 0 points, 1 assist, 3 minutes. Had 2 fouls in the first quarter and just dipped out of there. They didn't really need him because they did win, but man, I mean, 2 fouls in the first quarter for Steven Adams, pretty horrible from him, man. So he's going to be the vet on this team too. I mean, he has some good playoff experience in OKC, obviously, but he's the center for this team, man. Without him, I mean, they do have Xavier Tillman, but he isn't as good as Steven Adams. So hopefully Steven Adams can get it rolling next game, and hopefully he doesn't at least have 2 fouls in the first quarter. So Desmond Bane, 16 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists on 5 of 10 from the field and 1 of 4 from 3. Desmond Bane, he's going to be a huge player for this team in the playoffs, especially with this 3-point shooting. Obviously had 1 for 4 from the 3 today, but he's going to be pretty valuable in terms of scoring, but also being that guy if Ja Morant ever gets injured. I mean, Morant today went down with a knee injury, left knee injury in the third quarter, and Desmond Bane was trying to be that guy, but you know, without Ja Morant today, they kind of looked a little bit lost. It wasn't like 3 to 4 minutes at the end of the third. They kind of looked a little bit lost without Ja Morant, and then the Wolves came back with like a 10-2 run. But then Morant came back in the fourth, and it was pretty much over at that point. So Desmond Bane, he's going to be a huge piece alongside Ja Morant, going to be feeding off of his playmaking abilities and his gravity to be open in the corner or anywhere on the wing for 3. So looking at the bench, I mean, 4 players scored in double figures. Brandon Clark, 13 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. Xavier Tillman, 13 points, 7 rebounds. Tyus Jones, 10 points, 3 assists, and 4 rebounds. And Zaire Williams with 13 points and 1 rebound with 1 steal. So all 4 of these guys off the bench are going to be very valuable for this team. Even Kyle Anderson, who didn't even have a great night today, 2 points and 5 rebounds. All 5 of these guys off the bench are going to be super crucial for this Memphis Grizzlies team in the playoffs. And if none of these guys score in double figures or have great games off the bench, then I think the Grizzlies are kind of doomed. But they showed the ability to at least score in double figures today. Tyus Jones especially going to be a huge piece for this team off the bench, being the primary point guard, but also being someone that's going to be distributing the ball. And, you know, Brandon Clark and Xavier Tillman both being fairly young, and Zaire Williams being a rookie. I think all 4 of these guys, adding in Kyle Anderson, are going to be pretty much the second unit moving forward. So great game from the bench. Great team effort from the Grizzlies overall. It was kind of looking a little bit bad in the first quarter because there was a lot of fouls, but they started picking it up. And then, you know, the Grizzlies started to pull away. I mean, the first 2 quarters, it was pretty much close, but then the Grizzlies started to string up some points and ultimately started to pull away, and they basically won by near 30 points, I want to say, or like 28 points. Yeah. So great game from the Memphis Grizzlies today. Looking at the Timberwolves side of things, I mean, Edwards, 20 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. 7 of 16 from the field, 4-10 from 3. Karl-Anthony Towns, 15 points, 11 rebounds, 1 assist. 5 fouls, 5 turnovers. he played horribly today. Both him and D'Angelo Russell both played pretty horribly. Russell with 11 points, 4 assists, 1 steal, 2 rebounds, 3 of 11 from the field, and 2 of 7 from 3. Man, I mean, if Cat and D'Lo aren't playing well, I don't know what to say for this team because they are two of the primary guys in this team. But then they also have Anthony Edwards, who played pretty well today. But obviously, Edwards isn't really enough to carry this team. I mean, off the bench, they don't really have guys that can score in double figures. Obviously, Naz Reid and Taurean Prince scored in double figures, but Naz Reid, in my opinion, isn't really a center. He is 6'9", 264 pounds, but very undersized for the position. I mean, if we can get like a 6'11", 7-foot guy off the bench for this team, they definitely would be a little bit better off. Taurean Prince providing some good scoring. I mean, 12 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, and a block. But then the other guys pretty much went quiet. Malik Beasley was supposed to be scoring at least double figures this series, but 22 minutes, 7 points, and 3 rebounds isn't going to cut it. So honestly, the Timberwolves, their problems really lie with their starting lineup, and especially Karl Anthony Towns. His ability to foul out very fast is going to be a huge issue for this team, and I think the Grizzlies are definitely exploiting that issue because honestly, without Cat, this team is definitely finished on both ends of the floor because Cat provides good three-point shooting and some decent interior defense. And without him, I mean, JJJ pretty much cooked the Timberwolves on the perimeter today. And with Cat having 5 fouls and 5 turnovers, he played very horribly today. 15 and 11 initially seemed pretty well, but then the 5 fouls and the 5 turnovers, along with only 7 shots in the whole game. Very horrible game from Cat. And D'Lo especially, 3 of 11 from the field. He's supposed to be that playmaker on this team, and definitely hasn't shown it at all. So hopefully the Timberwolves can come back next game. Say it again, the Grizzlies are a great team, and they're definitely feeding off of this high chemistry. And especially, they're going to feed off each other's energy because as long as Ja Morant and JJJ play pretty well, I think most players are going to be playing well off that because Ja Morant, he's creating this gravity, and pretty much in the corner or in the wing, someone's going to be open. Desmond Bane, even, Tyus Jones off the bench, they're going to be open and they're going to hit those shots because they're feeding off of Ja Morant having a great game. So the Grizzlies tied up 1-1. Hopefully the Timberwolves can come back next game. I don't know. I have the Timberwolves still winning the series, but I think it still goes either way. Hopefully the Timberwolves take the series, and hopefully the Grizzlies keep up this high level of play. So that's the video. I'm JDC, and well, peace.